Well, it looks like we're actually going to be doing the Last Night in Soho trailer reaction today. Easily the most requested trailer to cover this week. And I've told some people why we haven't done it. We have some reactor friends, and I already knew this was going to happen to them, where you're getting copyright claims and partial blocks, which really affect videos a lot. And Universal and Focus Features always claims or partially blocks our videos. And it's a pain in the buttocks. But we're here today because gotta say thank you to Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video.
So glad Ridge is sponsoring this video because Edgar Wright is like a father to me.
You know your actual father watches these videos.
And he wishes he was Edgar Wright.
And I think the Ridge products are a great Father's Day gift.
These transitions are so smooth, Greg.
Tell them about the Ridge, John. And now I'm gonna tell them a true story about Ridge. Oh, it's an actual true story.
Guys, Ridge makes these awesome metal-plated wallets. They come in titanium, aluminum, carbon fiber. They have 30,000 five-star reviews. They're sleek, they're minimal in design, and they're RFID blocking to keep all your information safe. You can get free shipping and returns worldwide. They've got a new woven Kevlar iPhone case. Look at that thing.
And you can use promo code REJECTNATION to save yourself 10% on your order. Just visit ridge.com/rejectnation. But what I wanted to tell you is a true story. The last time I went to Colorado, I was on a plane, and next to me was a man named Abraham. And what struck up a conversation with us? I pulled out my wallet, and then he looked at my wallet and said, "That is a really great wallet. What wallet is that?" And I said, "It's a Ridge wallet." And then literally the whole flight, we talked with each other the entire time. Follow each other on Instagram. He even recommended these headphones to me, which are not Ridge, so I'm not gonna mention what brand they are. Ridge not only is a great Father's Day gift, it's also a great way to make friends. Let's watch this trailer finally. Wow, this is the best trailer ever.
Dune Tune.
Feels like a Nicholas Winding Refn movie.
Oh yeah.
Or an A24 film. Whoa, what the hell?
Oh.
What the hell? It's like I'm watching the Neon Demon.
Yeah, that's a good call. That definitely feels like the Neon Demon. Whoa!
Yo! Is that Matt Smith? That is him! Whoa!
Good old 11. Oh, she's an odd fuzz.
Oh, that was like the first promo image they released.
Oh! Wow! Get your 1960s freeze frame in there, yeah.
Alright, you sons of fucking bitches. That was a great fucking trailer. I see why everyone was messaging me for the longest time.
Yeah, that was pretty cinema, I gotta say.
I don't know much about this movie. Edgar Wright, when he was really becoming popular as a director, writer, a lot of his stuff had a bit of a self-awareness, spoof quality to it. And then when he did Baby Driver, that was when it was like, no, I'm really committing to a genre. And I'm not doing like a spoof at all. It's an actual getaway heist driver action film. film. Here, for a guy who really became known to the world through films like Shaun of the Dead, a horror comedy, it's cool to see him really do a full-on psychological horror film. One that is not at all looking like it's funny. It's something that is just truly unnerving. I was saying first in the beginning, I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of like the movie 8th Grade, that social anxiety of a young girl. As it kept going, it started feeling like all those like freaking Annapurna A24 trailers, absolutely. A little bit of Nicholas Winding Refn. You could always count on beautiful composition and cinematography when it comes to Edgar Wright. I love kind of the throwback to like old school, like kind of feels like old school. I don't want to say Hollywood, more like theater.
Yeah.
It looks like they're in New York, right?
Yeah,
Soho,
I mean, you know, they're there. Yeah. I mean, it's a place like that has a lot of extravagant ballrooms and places where high society hangs out, and there are people dancing and whatnot. Yeah,
a little bit of Darren Aronofsky too, Black Swanish vibes. I'm trying to get it all out of the way before John dominates the brilliant commentary he's about to give. So please, John, take it away.
No, I mean, this is an interesting trailer to me, partly because now we're at the phase of Edgar Wright's career filmography where it's sort of, you know, we're looking at a new phase, I feel like, because Baby Driver was sort of stepping a bit beyond the things we know him for, but with a lot of the flavors that we know him for. And the things that struck me about this trailer was just that it's much more, at least it's leading with a deliberate visual pace and tone. Like, I associate Edgar Wright with a lot of punch and a lot of like really clockwork editing and stuff like that, and this looks like it's pulled back in that department. Not that, you know, like at the end when the horror is ramping up, it doesn't get kind of loud and you know, almost insidious like at points when like the walls are breaking or whatever. Like, I feel like this is a movie that could be a slow build and then go bonkers right at the very end, like a lot of 60s movies do, and this clearly has some love for that era. I like the mystery this trailer portrays because I can't quite glean the nature of the time aspect, you know, not that it's, I don't know, it seems like time travel would be a too simplistic, reductive way of describing it, you know, but it seems like it has some kind of sci-fi twist about it, as well as the horror that looks pretty sweet, and also, you know, a lot of shots that are clearly like the eyes in the reflection and then the knife, and that freeze frame at the end, like a lot of
like Italian horror,
very giallo type, horror visual tropes and stuff like that, and I
feel like we sound more like we know what we're talking about when we talk about horror films than we do superhero movies.
That's funny, right? It's funny. This is my favorite genre, after all. But and that's the thing, is I feel like too, it's easy in a lot of movies, and I'm sure that there are specific film homage references that a lot of cinephiles could probably pick out of this, but it doesn't feel as lurid as some movies do. Like, I don't feel like he's going full on Tarantino with the sort of like, here's this movie I'm homaging, and here's this movie.
Oh, he's a damn good storyteller. That's the thing, he cares about that first and foremost.
And I feel like a good style homage payer without just being like, check out the scene. Y'all know the scene that I'm homaging.
And we just got to Matt Smith on Doctor Who on Patreon, like we're 6 episodes in, loving him as it's so, like, the movie, this trailer came at the right time for us.
Perfect.
And I just saw a couple of Anya Taylor-Joy's SNL sketches. Haven't seen The Queen's Gambit, but, you know, those sketches are what got me interested in here.
My favorite performances.
Okay, so the description of this: Edgar Wright's psychological thriller about a young girl passionate in fashion design who is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters her idol, a dazzling wannabe singer. But 1960s, oh, it's in London. Okay, I thought it was
Soho, London. Yeah, okay, because there's also a Soho in New York, so that makes.
Is there a Soho in New York? That's where my mind went.
Yeah, and there's a Soho in London. It gets confusing.
Okay. So 1960s London is not what it appears, and time seems to fall apart with shady consequences. It's cool, you know, like I feel like he's kind of had, you know how like Jordan Peele demonstrated his horror knowledge and nuances with sketches with Key and Peele, and he did like horror comedy, and that's kind of what Edgar Wright did. And then now he does like horror movies.
Yeah, horror cinema.
And this is like where I feel like he's gone with this. Is we know him to kind of bring like the fun in horror, and while I'm sure there might be a little bit of a fun punch to it all, this looks like a very dreadful experience, but with a pace and rhythm and popping neon colors that are gonna exhilarate the pulse. Yeah. All right, you guys were right. It's partially blocked on your mobile or in some parts of the world. I'm sorry you can't view this. Don't yell at me. Yell at Universal or Focus Features. And yell at the reps who send us these trailers.
Don't help us clear them.
Weirdest part.
Guys, help us help you help us.
You have no idea how many times I've submitted disputes being like, guys, I don't even care if it's claimed. Just can you get it unblocked? Like,
Yeah.
I've so many times I've said that to these. Like, oh, it just makes no sense. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this video. And hey, we'll catch you guys soon.